You're listening to TurkishSoccer.com's Turkish Football Podcast. Hello, everyone. My name's Ahmet Bob Turgut. Welcome to End of the Season Podcast for Turkish Super League. Besides that, we'll give you news from Turkish Super League and Turkish football in the next 15 minutes. Again, let's start with the last weekend of Turkish Super League. Week 38 ended, as you know. The reason why I didn't do a podcast right away, I wanted to wait for the Turkish Cup Finals match, and I'll talk about that too. And then we'll talk about the Turkish national team who's getting ready for National League matches. So we'll talk about that too. And we'll give you some news from the Turkish clubs. As you know, Besiktas, Galatasaray will have their elections. And also, Turkish Football Federation will have their elections too. We don't know who's going to be the new boss of Turkish football. So we'll get to that. But first, week 38 ended, as you know. And Trabzonspor on top, they claimed the title in this season, this year, 2022. They crushed Istanbul Giants, Besiktas, Fenerbahçe, and Galatasaray. The closest team to them was only Fenerbahçe. And as we've been saying on this podcast, Galatasaray and Besiktas has been in turmoil and chaos all season long, with the coaches changing and a lot of problems on the field and off the field. So pretty much everything, if we recap the whole season, we could say, especially in the first half of the season, Trabzonspor was the best team there. But I have to put this in perspective, because Trabzonspor, in their last 12 matches, they only won 4 matches. They had a lot of draws. So because there was no pressure from behind, the gap was like 10 points between the second place teams. So Trabzonspor was in comfy mode, as I told you last podcast. But that could have been changed if you had these big giants of Istanbul coming behind. I think Fenerbahçe did that when they hired Ismail Kartal. And in his 14 matches, he did superb job with Fenerbahçe. But there was not close enough for the catch the Trabzonspor. The gap was still big. So overall, I think the team of the year and team of the coach of the year, it goes out to Trabzonspor. It should be coach of the year Abdullah Avcı, and we got to give a lot of kudos to Trabzonspor committee, their CEO, Ahmet Bob and his committee. And I think Trabzonspor fans did a superb job in that 38 matches in the Turkish Super League. They were there. The lowest fans in the stadium was somewhere around 20,000 every game. But in the last weeks of the Super League, I think that fan base grew, and they were having like 35 to 38,000 in the stands in the second half of the season. So once again, kudos to Trabzonspor, and kudos to Trabzonspor fans and their players, their official, and their coach. Now, the second place team, as you know, it was for a long time Konyaspor. We have to give them some kudos too, because they were right up there, right behind Trabzonspor. But in their last 4 or 5 matches, they fell behind, and Fenerbahçe captured the second place, and they are the team is going to the Champions League playoff matches. You know, there's no team is going directly to the Champions League this season. Next coming season. So Trabzonspor and Fenerbahçe will represent Turkey if they get there, but they have to play the playoff matches. It's going to be tough with the current team Trabzonspor has and Fenerbahçe has, I don't think they're going to be surviving the playoffs. But you never know. If they get a quality, very good caliber players, you never know. They might be there. So good luck to them in the Champions League if they go there. As far as the Conference League, the 4th place and 5th place team will go to the Conference League playoffs. That's Başakşehir and Konyaspor. 3rd place team Konyaspor and Başakşehir will play in the Conference League playoff matches. Now, the reason why I waited for the Turkish Cup final match to be done, and which did play this past week, and as you know, Sivaspor and Kayserispor was playing for a final. 2 great teams. What a match. It was a great match from both sides. I think Kayserispor defense made a lot of mistakes in the last probably 10-15 minutes of the match. That's why Kayserispor coach Hikmet Karaman was not happy with his players after the game. So Sivaspor won the cup, Turkish Cup. They are going to be going to Europa League playoff matches. So we have 6 teams will represent Turkey in the European competitions next season. So good luck to Sivas and good luck to Konyaspor and Başakşehir. I would say ever since Başak, I want to say a couple things about Konyaspor. I did say that. Congratulations to their coach too. Also Başakşehir. Remember, before Emre Belözoğlu took over the team, they were in the right in the bottom of the barrel in the Turkish Super League. And Emre Belözoğlu took this team to the 5th place. Even though he does not have just like Nuri Şahin, and does not have a pro license to coach yet, but he should get it soon. But he had a good year with Başakşehir. But the thing is, we have some teams in the Turkish Super League that has no fan base. Maybe handful fan bases. That's all. Başakşehir is that team. So they need a lot of support. And Kasımpaşa is the same way. So Konyaspor, they did fantastic in the first half of the season. But it was just not enough for them to at least grab the 2nd place. So that is what happened. And the relegation zone, I've been telling you guys, Yeni Malatya, Göztepe, Altay, and Rizespor is going down to the lower division. We have 2 teams so far coming up to the Turkish Super League. And that's Ümraniye is from Istanbul, and Ankaragücü. The 3rd team is coming up from the playoffs that will happen, I believe, this weekend. And Eyüpspor or Bandırmaspor will play the final match. And if Eyüp comes to the Turkish Super League, we will have, I think, like 7 teams from Istanbul. I think Istanbul should have their own league in the Turkish Super League. Play each other. What do you think? Just a suggestion for Turkish fans or Turkish Football Federation. So, pretty much the season, if we recap it, I think there's a lot of coaches, Turkish coaches did fine this season in the Turkish Super League. And kudos to them. A team like Alanyaspor and Antalyaspor, they really, especially Antalyaspor, after Nuri Şahin and his crew came to scene, coaching the Antalyaspor, did a fantastic job. And as far as the negative side, Besiktas, Galatasaray, and they had a worse season. I think Galatasaray ended in 13th place, the worst finish in their history as of top contender. Besiktas finished in the 6th place. It's a bad all over for Besiktas too. They changed the coaches 3 times, And I don't know this coach. I think they're going to stay, but the elections will be happening tomorrow on Sunday. We'll see what happens. But most likely, I think Ahmet Nur Çebi will again be the president, CEO of Besiktas. But we have Fuat Çimen. He might be a surprise candidate. He could win too. We don't know, but look, most likely, I think Ahmet Nur Çebi will win this election. As far as the Galatasaray is in chaos because, let's face it, all these three teams are in big debt. The only plus for Trabzonspor, they have some money coming from the championship, winning the trophy, close to, I believe, somewhere around $35 million. And they have some money coming from like $12 million from the TV rights. And as a matter of fact, Trabzonspor was the number one team that collected money, the most money from the broadcast rights from the beIN Sports. It's like $12.5 million. So Trabzonspor, with these money coming in, if they manage their money, even though Trabzonspor is still in the debt too, but they are in much better condition than Besiktas and Galatasaray. So Fenerbahçe, because they have a rich president, Ali Koç, and he's the one who's putting his money into the team, and they're lucky they have a president like him right now with Fenerbahçe team. So overall, it was a disaster season for Galatasaray Besiktas. Not so much disaster for Fenerbahçe. They're going to be trying to go to Champions League. So that will be happening. And we don't know if Domi Torrent, Galatasaray coach, will stay or will go. And after the elections in first week of June, we'll decide that his future with Galatasaray team. As far as the National League matches, as you know, Turkish national team will play 4 matches. And Turkey will host on Saturday, June 4th, against Faroe Islands. They will be at home in Istanbul, and then they will travel to Lithuania on Tuesday, June 7th, and they will come back. They will travel to Luxembourg on June 11th, Saturday, and June 14th, they will be at home against, again, Lithuania. So that will be the last match for a while. And Turkish national team coach Stefan Kuntz got some young players, first-time national team players like Thiago Çukur from Belgium. Actually, he's a Turkish. He was born in the Netherlands. He's playing in the Belgium team. So, and he's coached by. He's playing for a Walford team. He's coached by former Trabzonspor and Denizlispor coach is Ömer Rıza, and his agent, I just found out today, Muzi, my good friend Muzi, is the agent for Thiago Çukur. Congratulations to him too. Ferdi Kadıoğlu, one of the young stars for Fenerbahçe team, the first timer for Turkish national team after deciding to play for Turkish national team, and Ferdi Kadıoğlu accept the offer, and he will be playing for Turkish national team, not the Netherlands team, and Orkan Kökçü. We have 3 teams that has the junior teams came from the Netherlands. So quite a young guys with this team. I think Stefan Kuntz will do a good job, and then we'll see what happens with these matches. I will be back with talking about the National League matches, talking about the Turkish League, Turkish national team. So pretty much this is it, and I'll probably see you, talk to you on this podcast again on the first week of June. My name is Ahmet Bob Turgut. Listen to my podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. See you next time. Bye-bye.